Right then guys, so what I've done is I've been putting the squashes in. Obviously, if you remember from my previous videos, under here I put the rabbit manure over the grass and that, and then black polythened it. I did put a couple of pumpkins in last week or so. Lots have been eaten, but I've put some organic slug pellets down. This is an Atlantic giant. And then what I've done here is I've just put some comfrey leaves to try and prevent some of the moisture absorption. They're looking a bit scraggy. I had to bring them today though, this one, because it's gone balmy in the greenhouse. So again, it's an Atlantic giant. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to mulch around. So I've put several in so far. There's a few more to go in. As long as I get a few plants, I know I'm going to definitely get some squash. The one I'm just about to put in is the blue pumpkin from the Blue Pumpkin Challenge. If you remember, Grumpy sent me one. So out of the 2 seeds that I had, I've got 1 plant left, unless one of them's mixed up. There could be another one in the greenhouse that's mixed up without a label, because that does happen to me quite often. But it's a nice looking plant. I'm just praying that once it's in, it's not going to get eaten by the slugs. Like I say, I've already had some fatalities. So I'm going to pop that in a minute. I've just literally, I've dug a trench around, and then I've just put some water in to soak up. As you can see, it's nice, and the soil's holding the moisture because it's been under the polythene. So hopefully that'll give it a good start. But it is scorching here today. So I'm going to pop that one in. Let's give it a jig around look. So as you can see, it's really nice under here now. Like I say, because I put the manure under, it's all worked its way in. So hopefully there'll be lots of nutrients in here. There's still bindweed and mare's tail trying to get its way through, but I'll just keep pulling it up as it comes. So let's pop this fella in, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mound around it so that I can water it from the sides. I'm doing this one-handed. I'll tidy it up in a bit, but yeah, that's the soil underneath is looking really good. So it's been quite a few months that rabbit manure's been down. Can't believe we're here. We've finally got to this summer weather where the pumpkins are going in. So I'll neaten that up in a bit and then water around the edges then. I'm going to give them a real good drink today. It's not really the ideal time of day to be doing this, but we'll work with what we've got, don't we? I'll have a quick pot around. Not much else is altered really, to be fair. I've been spending some time down the other plot, but I'll give you a quick whiz round and show you how things are. So these are really flying now, but again, look, I've got bindweed everywhere at this back corner. It drives me crazy. So these flowers are coming up really nice. I'll do some thinning maybe in the next couple of weeks. Now they're up. I've put some sweet corn in. Needs a bit of a water. Look a bit scraggly, to be honest, but I'm hoping they'll be all right. It's quite a dry back area here. There's lots of mare's tail popping up, but again, nothing was put in here last year at all. It was just barren and left to the grass and the weeds. So it's its first year in I don't know how many years that it's actually had crops growing. So hopefully they'll do well. I'll give them a bit of a feed and keep watering them well. But they're in and they're growing. That's the main thing. Again, like everybody else, I'm having terrible time with the rhubarb. It's just not doing this year. It's just been so dry and warm, and look, the bindweed is taking over. Look at this. Look at this bindweed. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to give that a good weed out again, and I'll have to come up and do that another day. But it's just not having any of it this year. Oh well, there's always next year. I think this year is going to be the year of the fruit. I mean, this is a thorned wild bramble. Sorry, getting the bee there. Look how cute is that. But look at it, it's brimming. So one thing fails, but another sort of thrives, doesn't it? Can't wait for that. Lovely blackberries. They'll be popping soon. How awesome is that? I did hate it last year because it was everywhere, but now we've tamed it back a bit and got it really restricted to here. I'm quite happy. So this is what that back section's looking like now. So these are Atlantic giants that I'm putting in now, and the blue pumpkin. And then that section there, I've got some butternut squash at home, and that'll be butternut squash, that other section there. And then I'm hoping I'll get some beds dug here, maybe for some popcorn. If I don't, I've got some down on the other plot. I'm just trying to figure out where my last few bits of everything are going. What I will show you is the apple tree, look. So we've done all right. I know a lot of people have suffered damage with the late frosts and everything else, but so far on the plot, the fruit is just, it's coming really well. So I'm keeping an eye on it, but that's really good. If you can remember, I said all this plum tree is thriving this year. I was not joking. If we can have a look inside, look, I wasn't kidding. It is just incredible. I can't believe how well just a prune and a tidy up has done for it. Hopefully we'll get no disease in that, and we'll have some gorgeous plums off it. But look at that, that is crazy. I'll have to thin them out a bit maybe. This hedgerow is still crazy. And look, I come around the other side and it's just fabulous, absolutely fabulous. I need to get a grip of these weeds, honestly. I've just had a hoe over because obviously you've got all your, they just keep coming, the weeds. This hedgerow is the biggest problem with my plot because it's full of bindweed, nettles, you name it, and it just finds its way through. So I think it's just one of them things I'll keep battling with. I did put some of my dwarf beans in. I didn't think I'd had any germination, but some have come up, and then I've got some at home so I can just plug the gaps. So they're going to be my dwarf variety, so they won't need any canes. They're the purple dwarf beans. I hope you can all hear me all right. What else have I got? Sorry, I got waylaid there. Peas, scraggy. I've set some more off at home. My peanut, it needs to come off. I think it's not really worked very well, but I'll start again. Not too worried. Onions and shallots, they're not doing great. They're throwing spikes up. They're trying to go to seed, so I think it's just not going to be a good year for the onions. These are shallots and they're starting to separate, so not all's lost, eh? We'll do with what we've got. What's poking me? The apple tree's poking me from behind, look. And then I've got some garlic. Again, it's looking pathetic. I've popped some leeks in, so I need to give them a water today before I go. I'm popping home in a bit to get some dinner, and then I'm going to come back up with the kids because we're going to do some gooseberry picking. Look at these bad boys. Not that one, that one's a rotty, but we'll get rid of that. Yeah, so I'm gonna bring the kids up, let them do some picking because it's exciting. So they're ready. I best bring some buckets because there's tons of them. So I guess what I'll be doing later, I'll be making some jam. Awesome. I think I showed you them before, but yeah, they're well and truly ready now. So Alyssa May is chomping at the bit to come and get them done. This is one of the lovely pear trees. Again, last year we didn't get any fruit because it was all scabby and rotten. That one's not great there, look. It's a bad one. But they're not looking... Oops, sorry, I'm over... There we go, there we are. Yeah, they're not looking too bad. Plenty of fruit on them. It's looking really strong. Last year it didn't look strong at all. So I'm hoping that we'll get some fruit. This is the Bramley apple, if you can remember, I brought from home. Never really had any fruit on it. The dogs wrecked it. They got up the garden and savaged it about 2 years ago. And I persevered. I've moved it several times. And then I brought it up here and look. I might actually get a harvest from it. I can't really tell you how excited I am because I sort of felt sorry for it. I didn't want to scrap it. It's my tree. It was a gift, and it's the first tree, like fruit tree I've ever bought, and I didn't want to give up on it. And look, it's helping lift the spirits of the sad allotment. Yeah, more pears. Hopefully, fingers crossed. It's all going well. I reckon we're going to have some fruit. I say a lot. I do apologise, and I say so a lot. I've had pigeons, obviously. Having all the trees, I mean, look, this is my plot. I'm surrounded by trees and hedgerows. Unfortunately, I get lots of birds are sort of nice, but I get loads of pigeons, and they've been pecking away at everything. So I did cover the beetroot for a while to get it a bit stronger. Hopefully they're not going to have it anymore, but they proper had a go at it. And just some little gems. They've come up really this week because we've had rain, sun. They'll come up really nice. And then there's some mixed spicy salad leaves at the back there. I couldn't remember what there was when I sowed them, but now I can see them. I know that's what they are. I need to sort this area out. It's a bit terrible. I just quickly dumped it on the other day. I've got some celery under there. I've got some mortar plant. And I'm sort of edging the borders with calendula. Again, the pigeons have had all of what was down here. So I'll give in. That'll get turned over again. I'll start afresh. I think they were my cabbages. So I think I'm just going to start afresh in the greenhouse and bring them when they're bigger. I don't know what I was thinking, sowing seed direct. As soon as they come up, there was add. Again, here, everything was shredded, so I'll be going afresh from that. Black currants are popping out now. They'll be ready soon. Look at those. I'll have to show you the ones down on the other plot. They're massive. Just seems the last couple of days, literally within a week, everything's bursting. It's amazing. And look at this plum tree. Last year, these were the most amazing, honestly the sweetest, nicest plums I've ever tasted in my life, the yellow ones. And I've never had anything like it ever. And I'm not even joking, that was like the biggest taste sensation ever. My husband took some into work and everyone's like, oh yeah, yellow plums. And they was the same. I was like, oh my God. Again, it's looking really healthy. Loads of fruit. So we just got to wait now. Waiting. Hate waiting. I'm really impatient. This comfrey, this has come nice. So obviously my plan was that every bed is going to eventually have a comfrey plant. So the end of this year, this will get cut and moved across. So I can use them for mulches. So, you know, for basically a chop and drop. So you pull the leaves off, use it as a mulch over winter to feed the soil. This area still needs cleaning up. My husband couldn't quite get under there. We've got to get this bag out and drag it out. Again, more gooseberries all the way down. These look huge. Look at that. Woohoo! I'm so excited. Potatoes, they're all looking good. I was a bit worried because it's been so dry. I was thinking, shall I water them, shan't I? But then we've had a couple of good downpours. So I'm going to leave them for now. If it carries on being dry, then I'll start watering them. But because water's so precious, I'm just going to see how they get on. A few weeds need to be done, but yeah, they're doing all right. And then what else have I got down here? So these are my first earlies. These ones, they were Charlottes. And then these are my main crops. And they're Sarpomira. So I would prefer to see these a bit more bigger than they are, but I probably planted them too deep. Along here, I've got a mixture of weeds and flowers. I'm having to leave it to go for a bit because I'm not sure, as things are coming up, if they're flowers or weed seedlings. So I'm just going to wait and see how they get on. This looks like it's a poppy. This is one of my lilies, so that's coming up. These are fuchsia, if you remember, I put in. That's all encroaching, but again, like I say, I'm just going to hang fire while things are coming up, and then once I can clearly tell what's what, I'll sort them out. These are my Giant Sunflower Challenge sunflowers. I did tie them to the cane, but they have lost their tie. So again, that one's standing up on its own. So that might be a contender. Look at this. Awesome. I think this is definitely a poppy. I can't remember putting any poppy seeds down there. I probably did. I'm terrible. I just throw stuff in and don't think about it. And again, this comfrey. This one's going mad, actually. It seems to be encroaching on my space. So not terribly much has changed. Just everything's getting slightly bigger. For those of you that don't know what comfrey looks like, they have these beautiful flowers. Awesome. Feed the bees, and then you literally just like when the leaves are big like this, you just yank them out, cut them up. You can put them in a bag and stew them in your water butt for a feed. Again, that would need diluting if you was going to do that. There's a few videos on that from other people making comfrey tea. But I like to shred them and literally use them as a mulch to stop moisture absorption. Again, I'm still a novice, so there's lots of other people who've been doing it for many years. They've probably got lots of ways and uses of using things. I'm showing you all my weeds. I don't know why I'm doing that. But that's really where I'm up to. I will do another update, like maybe in a week or so from the other plot, because I've really been cracking on down there. And then I'll show you how far I've got, like I say, in a week or so. But I thought I'd do a quick one. I was going to pull the rainbow chard out. I say rainbow chard, I think it's actually bright light. But I'm just going to let it go to seed, and then I'm going to try and save the seed from those, if I can. And then if any self-seed, it doesn't really matter because it's just going to edge the row. Oh, I didn't show you the broad beans, did I? This is my water butt system. So what we've got is 3 barrels. So we've got one at the back. It needs sorting out because at the minute it doesn't drain. We've got to go around the back and get a bucket. Then I've got my middle one, and then that I've just add the tap on and it fills up here. So once this one fills up, then I drop it into here. I've had it running, but obviously we've not had much rain. If I give it a bit of a tip look. So that's how I do my water butt system. I don't know if there's, people, I do have laid on water down here, but our tap's literally all the way down the row from this plot, so it's a bit of a hike. So I try and gather as much as I can. Broad beans. So I've got 2 varieties. I've got Robin Hood and I've got, was it Bunyard's Exhibition? And I can't remember which ones are which. I think these were the Robin Hood. Now, obviously they're shorter than the other ones. So the ones that I've got on the other plot are they're really tall, but they're not actually podding very well yet. But if you look here, that nearly ready, that one. It's fallen over a little bit. Oh, look at those. I've not actually had a look myself yet today. Wow. Yay. So I'll be using Vivi's recipe soon and making the broad bean dip. And if you've not seen that, you need to go along to Vivi Gregory Kitchen Garden on YouTube. And she's obviously growing her own. She's going to be trying to be self-sufficient this year, and she's been popping some recipes on for us. And was it yesterday or this morning? I can't remember. She's put a broad bean dip hummus style recipe on, because she's had awesome amount of broad beans so far. We're a bit further behind up here. Do you know, I'm tempted to... No, I won't. I'll leave that a bit longer. Oh, that one I might just nick that one off. They'll only be small, but I'll have a little nibble. So let's see. I do this one-handed. Oh, they're only small. Look at that. So, yum yum. Can't do it one-handed with my phone. But yeah, so there you go. My first broad bean. Yeah, I'm really excited about those. So I'll leave it there, folks. As you can see, I've still got lots of weeding to do, got lots of planting to do. Greenhouse is brimming, but job's a good one. These are my strawberries, look. They're not very happy. I used the rabbit bed in between them, but I didn't account on all the grass seeds that was in it. So look at that. It's only small, but it's mighty. So when they're this size, you can eat them fresh. You don't got to cook and shell them. You can just have a nibble on them. I'll do that. Right, see you.